Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Desert Fox coming at you again with another, you know it, how to build deck. Yes, we are dropping another deck build and battle. This time we're gonna do one of my favorite to play. I don't play it often because I don't want the law of diminishing returns. But we are gonna do the Frenchie. Yes, we are going all French. So get your Peruvian out and let's get to work. French, no bonuses other than just the ones that they have. Why do I like the French deck? Look at the amazing accuracy on the move, speed, and armor, right? If they're getting your butt kicked in Blitzkrieg enough, I guess they learned, right? And not just learned, they're starting to excel. This is a cavalry tank that I'm amazed, right? You got 4, and I mean it, 4 top attack, fire and forget missiles that hit at 17. And if you look at most tanks top armor, it's 5, right? So the way I think this works is, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the missile has an AP power of 17. You match that value to, let's say, the value of armor and subtract it. So 17 minus 5 is 12, right? And then that 12 goes against the total strength of the tank. So if it's a weaker tank, its strength might be lower. And of course, there's like critical hits and stuff like that. But you see the entire 17 for like this tank is going straight into the tank, minus 1. So 16 points would be hitting this and taking it out. If I'm inaccurate about that, you guys can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that is exactly how that works. So yeah, that's why it's kind of advantageous to hit the top armor of the tank, and it outranges most tanks. So you're going to be able to get off 1 or 2 shots on the tank if they're coming in pairs, and you take a pair, then hey man, you're going to get 2 shots to his 1. So they got those bad boys right there, awesome. They got these amazing tanks, awesome. And then they got this cheap tank. But look at this. The rate of fire being 11 is outstanding. They also got some good cheapos. I would take this any day of the week. Actually, I probably will put it in there. 70 kilometers per hour, good autonomy, decent fuel, okay front armor, but it's got a 20 millimeter on top of a cannon that shoots at 19. So it's not a bad tank at all. Like, look at this thing, and even kind of looks tanky. Like, oh yeah, I'm Mr. French. I got a long snout, right? Easy day. If you're French, I'm sorry, I am going in. Also, the reconnaissance for the cavalry. I know this is not what it looks like, but if you look at the stats, are absolutely amazing, right? 2800 fire and forget, 25 on the AP power. Really good missile frag, and then look at that, 40 millimeter. I mean, you're reaching out and pretty much hitting with 70% accuracy. Tanks, infantry, you name it, light armored vehicles. I mean, this thing will decimate. If it's not getting hit with a missile, it's getting hit with that 40 millimeter at range, and that's no joke. And then you got also, if that wasn't enough, this cavalry tank, which is really good, right? Again, also more really great vehicles. Like, basically just this missile is amazing. So it doesn't matter like anything you put it on. See, they got it on this Vab. They got it on this hot right here, Gazelle. This thing be moving to 310 kilometers per hour. Yes, 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 yes. Recon, aerial recon. I like to take aerial recon as one place they do lack, but they make up for it with this cavalry and this as well, right? It's got it looks like a Leclerc battle tank. I get it, guys. Yes, but this got 40 millimeters, basically an auto cannon, 240 rounds of it, and it's traveling real fast. It's recon. It's got good optics, grenades, and active protective system. So I mean that, yes, it's 120 points for a 40 millimeter, but you're obviously gonna probably accompany it with some tanks, and not just any tanks. Some of the best on the move shooting tanks that you can have with decent armor. They're like built for mobility. Look at that. top speed, off-road 75 kilometers, off-road 75 kilometers, off-road 75 and 75, and 85. Look at that. It's 70. So I think the slowest tank they have is the AMX 30B, and it goes 60. Yeah, because this thing right here goes 95 off-road. So yeah, that's this guy right here is the slowest thing that they got. So let's get to building this deck. Also, things to consider when building a French deck: they do not have very good tracked troop carriers. Wheeled troop carriers they super excel in, and helicopter troop carriers. So their infantry, keep in mind, is going to be more like a paratrooper deck, or like mech infantry, wheeled mechanized infantry. So you got the VCIBs and the VCIB Series 2. You got the truck and the Panthers. You got a lot of that. Hello, VABs, right? They got this AMX 10 for the regular troops, and it's only like, I mean, look at the gun, right? Good autonomy, good decent speed, but the armor is leaves something to be desired for a tracked vehicle carrying, troops. So it's gonna get knocked out, and then its ability to defend itself with armament, 20 millimeter is not that accurate. So keep that in mind. So to build a balanced deck here, it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to take your infantry in tracked vehicles. You can take them in the helos. So that's how you kind of play this deck a little bit. Beat the enemy to the punch. So we're gonna take a fob. We're just gonna take one. I do like to take the larger. I don't like having to micro the supply vehicles, so I take the larger one and just use them wisely. Pumas, I'm gonna take the Puma. Nice. This is the cheaper one and it's fast, so we're gonna take that one. And we're gonna take. I like to take a Helo one because if you just need to capture something quickly, I'll spend 100 points and get a Helo, and I not have to micro it. I just tell it where I want it to land and hope for the best. We will build this deck around the fast-moving units. That's how we're gonna build it, right? So we'll throw our fast-moving recon. We'll take this guy, right? We're gonna take. He's only got one card. The card number that you can get down here, and depending on his level of training, hardened or trained, we'll do. How's the accuracy on this stuff? We want to take more of them. The accuracy for these items is really high, so and we don't necessarily want them to be in the Vanguard. Yeah, well, he'll probably be in the Vanguard, but we'll talk about that. And then same thing for him. You get one card of them, so maybe you to spread them out. You want a lot of them. They've got amazing vehicles. These Vistos are going to be clutch. We're going to take two of them wheeled because you get two cards and they're amazing. And we will also do Mistrals. We'll do the Mistrals, which are pretty good. 90s, they got 8 missiles, decent, right? We'll do 7. We want them to hit what they're shooting at, so we'll just take one card of them. We might come back there. Helos, yes. This is pretty cool. 30. It looks cool, right? But if you notice, you really care about. I'm not really factoring in the rockets and the Gatling gun. Yes, they are valuable, but I'm really looking at this, and I'm looking for the fire and forget capabilities. You can pop up and pop down, shoot, and then scoot. It's good for hairy situations. The range is good, but a lot of the best Russian units can actually still hit that. So at 3150, so it's either you're gonna hit a tank unsupported, but a lot of times I don't like to micro it, so it's a lot of shoot and scoop. Oh, also this thing, huge dogfighter. Look at that, 3150 for helicopters. You get 4 Stinger missiles. And he can move, man, and you get 2 cards of them. You can take a lot per card in hardened, so they're great dog fighters. Keep that in mind. Speaking of that, we'll come to the tanks and then we'll build around that. So we've got the fast units so far. I will take the best of the best tanks, but I know it's gonna sound stupid, I probably won't use most of them. Let me tell you why. I probably won't take him. I will take a lot of him though. Take a lot of those cheapos. I'll probably use more of those tanks and this guy. I'm gonna use this guy a lot. And you get one card, but you get 7 of them. I like the speedy tank component, but I like these cheap, very effective tanks. And then I might call in a heavy Leclerc, group, maybe. But I like, their ability to trade with the right recon. They can trade like very, very well. So hitting that 22, having that follow-on shot capability with 11. Most Russian tanks in this game are shooting at 8. Sometimes even 7 rounds per minute. You're shooting at 11. So if you get first look, first shoot, you're definitely shooting again, and you're probably going to knock out the tank. Unless they see you with their missiles, then it's a different story. Stuff to support them. These Leclercs, they kind of go at the same speed, 75. Remember, your tanks are going at 75, so your support needs to keep at the same mobility. For those who haven't watched my previous videos, the way you build typically balanced decks, think of it like a triangle. Whatever fighting force you send out needs to be able to combat tanks, infantry, and air at the same speed. So mobility is kind of the middle of that triangle, and then tanks, infantry, air are on the points. That's kind of how you want to design a well-balanced deck. We get these Leclerc. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anti-Etri. I'm assuming that's anti-air in French. We're gonna take a couple of them, and I like these Quartels. They're really good. They can shoot on the move. They are infrared, and they keep infantries away. Like that's nuts, dude. The area deniability you're gonna get for 3,500 is gonna keep most choppers away from your tanks, unless they have recon and some ADGM units. Then it's gonna do nothing. Yes, but here we go. So we got 2 Quartels. We're gonna take 1 hardened. Look at that, right? And really mainstay against aircraft, right? 6650. So the way I like to make my layered air defense, these will probably travel with the tanks. These will travel with the fast movers. We'll take a Roland to keep aircraft at bay. We'll take, they don't really need to be that accurate, but we're not going to take all those. So we're going to just take 7 hardened. We want them to hit what they're shooting at. And an MLRS to bring in the Blitzkrieg aspect. Remember, for those who don't know what Blitzkrieg is, if you're on this game, you probably do already. But Blitzkrieg is the ability to use artillery, air, and armored columns in a combined arm assault to overwhelm your opponent. And you probably are going to use them in quick succession. So you kind of need some sort of artillery. The French have really good artillery, actually. So if you wanted to take like the Caesar or the AMX AUF3, it'd be actually a very wise choice. I'm not a big fan of the snipe shooting artillery. It does have its place in this game. It can be very effective if you spot something you don't want to give away your recon. You have a high explosive. See that HP power? HE power is 19 right here. So it's like, wow. Whatever you're shooting at, you're probably going to kill it if it doesn't have any armor on it. What else we got? So we got the tanks, we got the support locked in, the vehicles traveling with it. We might make some adjustments. We'll do the Gazelle Hots because I definitely want those. I want 8 of them hardened. You get 2 cards, but we might not need 2 cards. And we'll take the Dogfighter hardened. Hopefully we don't need all 5 of them. That would be very interesting. Infantry. Now, infantry is a little unique. Remember, when you take into account infantry, the recon infantry can be a good substitute if you're lacking in regular infantry, right? If you don't have any of their cards. Also, these vehicles are actually pretty effective as well. But remember, we have these guys will support that roll as the same speed as the faster units, and they have 8, but they're not a recon. So it could be a good interchange, but I'm taking this Jaguar as my recon, my rolling recon. So I think it'll be a better balance in the deck to have dedicated killing anti-air and dedicated taking infantry troop killers. All right, so back to the infantry, right? So the best way to balance the deck for them and building a balanced deck here is take most of your most of your infantry is going to be rolling or air, right? If you're trying to use that AMX, you're going to have a hard time. I like to balance it out by some rocket guys and some ATGM units, and combine with air. And you can do all that with these Panthers because you get like 4 of them, which is awesome. So you got Commando Marines. Who else is good? You got these Legions. They are very, very effective. Also, they ride in the Panther chopper. You got these Mistrals, which are great anti-air killers. They also ride in the Panther. So you can have all 3 of those in one chopper group and basically land a infantry fighting component that can also fight tanks, a tank fighting component with a Legion, where you're right here, boom, and a aircraft component which completes your triangle, and they all go at the same speed of the Panther. Now when they get to walk in, that's a different story, but you're going to want to park them somewhere. That's kind of how you want to play that. And also these, right? These are pretty cool. Do they come Panther? Yeah, they do. In the longer range, inner fire, forget. So we'll take these. We'll take these ATGM units for the range. And we'll take the Panthers. Panthers are really have to put in work, right? All right, we're going to take, you get 2 Commando Marinas. We're going to take 7 of them in chopper. And we're going to take they do have these ATGM Milan F3s, with great range. But you got to think, they have to be guided, and they got 55% accuracy. For me, take the weakest link out of it, which is the guy, and just get this 2800 fire and forget with 25 and a 70% hit accuracy. I like it. And we're gonna take some of those, get one of them. So they're gonna go with our bad A Marines. They're gonna have to protect them. We can take more of them, but I want them to hit and not get stunned when they're getting artillery and all this other stuff. So we're gonna take the more advanced ones. They're basically to keep the initiative, right? To kind of beat the enemy to the punch. And we're also going to take the Mistrals. Is that the best one? We had a better Mistral? No? That's the best one? It looks like the best one. Is there a better Mistral? Please, 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 please. Nope. That's it. That's what you get, boys and girls. So we're going to take the Mistral and Panthers. So we better take the harder ones because they only hit at 60%. Ay, mama. So that's the air component. We're probably going to put 3 more infantry, but they're going to be the fast-moving rolling component. Since we've got these guys in Panther, we're going to take some in the this fab. Not bad, right? We're going to get a lot of them too. So we're going to take 10 veterans, and that's basically going to be your infantry. So you got to think they're not going to be right behind the tanks, but they will be, somewhere in there. We only get 1 of those. So for the rolling component we might actually take look at these guys, the Milan 2s, but you get 16 of them. But I want them to be able to hit what they're shooting at. So they're going to go in the killer series right here. Look at that. That thing's massive. Lucky guys. Commandos are probably looking at them like, you guys get the good vehicle. And then if we get another Mistral, which we do, we'll take him in this fab. It still has a 25mm cannon, unless there's something better. Let's see. It doesn't look like it. It looks like that's all she wrote. So yeah, we're gonna take that, and we're gonna take 5 hardened. So that's pretty much our infantry, tanks, recon. We might come back to recon and grab some more infantry there. Helos looking pretty. We might add combo long range guy maybe, but we gotta throw the air component. And this is another place that I think that bang for your buck, they are going to absolutely shine. This is a 50-point seed tank or a 50-point seed aircraft, and it's not bad. If especially, I mean, you get it's for 50 points. So even if you launch them in the air, if you're taking out a good support unit, right? This is 65 points, 65 points, 60 points. So you're trading, you're trading a 50-point unit for probably 60 or higher unit. So if you lose it, cool. But if you take him out, you're trading way better. Do we want an air superiority fighter? It's kind of bad not to take one. Like, it sounds bad because you're. Let's see. We'll take him. I know he's on the high end scale, right? But and we're just gonna take one, because if he's flying in and he sees a target of interest, he can drop a bomb. And look at that range, right? We're only gonna take one. Our AA is probably gonna do most of the work. But look at these bombers. 3,000-pound bombs coming in at 900 speed. 6 cluster bombs coming in at 900. 8 400 kilogram bombs coming in at 900 kilometers, and you get these napalm, right? They have some very good bombers, in my opinion. A little pricey, but they don't have a good ECM. So you having those ECM, a lot of them can help escort your units, and the ECM units can kind of draw the heat, so these guys can drop their bombs. We're gonna take 2 hard in there, 4 hard in there, and yeah, we're gonna do 2 veterans there. We want them to hit what they shoot at. So we have some more points. What do we light in? I mean, they got a great component there. We might be able to. Can't add any more tanks. That'd be nice. Vehicles would be nice. Let's see what we got. We can add as regards to recon. Recon. We relax in recon, right? We've got. Can we take some more Erics? Nope. No more of these. Nope. These are good for just like parking in a corner. Hello there. How are you? Fire and forget. 25, and they're a recon unit. So excuse the heck out of me. So these guys can actually go a hunter killer force in tandem and be like a heavy recon force. So we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna take them. Yeah, they get great recon unit. That is awesome. Anything else we want to add? Look at that. We might do just a chop. We'll do a chopper recon for 3 points. Is not a good trade, but I think that when I mean 3 points, the cost is 3, but to fill the car, we have everything else we need. I think it's good to have just a recon that can go up and just take a peek at something, because they're not that good. Maybe a helo. Their helo is medium optics. If we got anything over here that's good, then we're taking it. So we don't. So we're gonna have to take the Gazelle cannons. I'll take them. Hopefully, identifying enemy units. 15%. So we'll take them as veteran, and hopefully they can spot this stuff. We got a full activation port card set up. Here we are. Here's the air units. A lot of seed. One air superiority fighters. A whole lot of these 400 kilogram bombers. Gonna be a lot of carpet bombing boys and girls. Didn't take a lot of targeting the enemy stuff, right? But we did take a lot of carpet bombing stuff. We've got some fast moving helos, fast moving dog fighters. Great unit here. I think they're gonna put in a lot of work here. I'm excited. Yes, sir. So this vehicle, we might not even need him, considering that for 25 points. I mean, he's cheap, but look at this. I mean, you get this guy, and yeah, he's 55 points, but you get recon with the ability to shoot. I mean, that really is a godsend. I did not see that. So your tank ambush teams are pretty cool. Cannon, boom, boom, boom. Right, tanks. We've got the AMX-10, the Leclerc. Look at that guy. He's a beast. More Leclerc, but bigger and better, and more Leclerc. Whole bunch of Leclerc. These guys traveling with the tanks. These guys are going to kind of be rolling with the rolling components, the heavier rolling components. These guys are going to be your primary anti-air defense. They are radar, but any siege is going to come in and probably pop them. And your MLRS, cool. And infantry, Commando Marina, a lot of them. These guys accompanying them, and these guys accompanying them. Kind of a drop group. Fast movers, same thing. Fast movers. So the three components: infantry, anti-tank, anti-air. He has the ability to, if they're close enough, to pop a tank, but he's really going to be the one popping the tank, right? And then logistics with the Frenchie deck. All right, so that's the deck. I'm gonna save that for Mr. Frenchie. And solo skirmish. So we are gonna go to a kind of a larger map to kind of showcase, not this one, Highway to Soul, maybe just something bigger, right? Because what we want to showcase, I might get my butt kicked, but what we want to showcase really is not too big. Their ability to, if you're playing a larger map, you kind of want to have a deck like this because it allows you to shoot and scoot, a lot of shoot and scoot, a lot of ambushes, tactics. You were here, now you're here, right? You want a lot of that. So we're playing the Frenchie deck, starter force, medium. We don't have anyone to play with. That's fine. But we are going to play this out on the map and see how it plays out. So wish me luck. Outstanding. All right, we're in the game. Here we are. Here's our map. It's kind of open. A lot of flat ground with buildings everywhere, right? Scattered around. So recon's going to be important so you don't run into an ambush. You got all this wide open space over here with roads. And same here, right? The enemy's base is there and there. My base is here and here. Or starting locations, I should say. We will take, let's see, recon. So these guys are going to be busy. I'm going to use them as a cavalry quick response units. So I want them to really get in and kind of mess the enemy out before my main forces get in there. It's like the game's skirmish version of, I mean, if you've ever played any game with like Empire Total War or Napoleon Total War, if you like those games, awesome, props to you. But you know, you have these skirmishing units that shoot longer range. That's kind of what these guys are, to soften up the enemy before your heavier units come. So we wanna find and engage the enemy. We're gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that thing in the top right. We want to be able to quickly find and engage the enemy, and that's what these recon units are going to basically do. We're gonna take the Mistral over here, anti-air, and we're gonna take his homie, like him, the two recon buddies. Yeah, they're gonna get out there and hold the flanks to the best of their ability. Take two of those and take two of him. Look at that, boom. Okay, got a lot of recon. We're gonna take more stuff. So here's the game plan. We do want to secure some of these, like this building in the middle. We want to secure that. I don't want to extend my infantry too far out, but when we want to cover like these main roads, right? This would be a nightmare to defend because it's so far. But like this could be defensible, right? So we're gonna fly or roll some stuff out there. Actually, this one we're gonna roll. This one we're gonna fly. Infantry. Let's see the rolly guys. Yeah, the commandos. 2, 4 of them. And then we're going to take the rolling Milans, right? 2. And then we're going to take 2 air units. Boom, boom. Look at that. And then for that part, like flying right there, we want to kind of control the center so our troops can maneuver whichever way they need to. And kind of harass, give that like an area deniability to the enemy. So same setup, 2 infantry there. Panthers, yep, you too. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to have some Mistrals, 2 and 2. And they're going to be escorted by the Gazelle cannon. In case any air comes, we're going to take our dogfighter, right? We want to deny the enemy attack choppers to let our guys land, right? So that is our reconnaissance component. Now, the cool thing about them is they're fast. They got a lot of gas. And so once they do all their engaging, they can run back to the fob and run back out. That kind of that hit and run stuff. And of course, we have to take the tanks. So we're going to get some cool Leclercs, and we're going to take the cheapos, right? Oh, I forgot you guys. You guys are here too. What's the accuracy? Okay. We'll take like you going with them, right? But we're going to do support first because that is super important for popping choppers. And so now we've got a lot of points. We got the Cortel. Yep, you're accompanied by Cortel. Just making sure I don't make any micro errors because we're kind of running out of points here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 4. Can we double up in 4? No, we can't. So we're gonna do 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. We've got plenty of support. Got them with the recon. They don't have infantry support. This basically is to run and support our tanks as we find the enemy. So there's our component. I'm gonna run, grab these buildings, come out to the wings, try to find the enemy before he finds us. All right. So you might not see me just rush out like everything. Actually, all you guys need to go out here, turn this way. You guys are gonna go here. Gonna stretch out that way. You guys are gonna go wide. Kind of protect that flank. Go, 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 go. Sorry. You guys are gonna kind of go here, and you guys are gonna kind of go out here. Kind of go wide. Notice I didn't give any orders for my tanks to move because we don't know where the enemy is yet. We don't have a clue. So it doesn't make sense to send the armored component out to a place where we don't. It could be going somewhere wrong. Give him advance orders to drop and get out of there. So what are you? Probably the commandos. Put you in the front. Look at that. So we spotted the enemy. He's got a Strela. We might take some damage. But we are going to back up. Right. We will still pull out another helo just to be able to pop him if we need to. I want to put our guys in the forest and on the wings there. Boom, boom. I'm gonna drop everybody until the to get out of there. So we kind of see where the enemy's going a little bit. So we're gonna intercept them with our faster moving units. And that's what we've got right now. And just start up setting up defensive positions. He has a center, but if you notice, our recon knows exactly where he is, so we can advance on him. Just trying to set these guys up, right? Look at that. So we're reconning. We found some guys out in the open. Out there, right? Kind of going wide a little bit. That's fine. They can do that. But we are going to start setting up positions out here to maybe ambush the enemy if we see anything. So we see some enemies coming down that road. We're gonna try to ambush them here. Keep some back. Protect them by cartels. Fire and forget's very, very valuable because you don't necessarily have to keep seeing them, right? So there's that. I'm gonna send a recon forward to see. So we've already got 210 points. That's outstanding for us. We're going to keep our recons rolling. We see a chopper. He probably sees us too. We're going to go X. Maybe the air superiority fighter can show its stuff. Right, we told him to go wide. Already shot one down, so that's a good trade. Our aircraft is coming in here. See how many we can get. Ooh, dogfighting. Evac. So to keep him from getting a beat on our guys, we need to find his stuff. Now we've got a wide range of the battlefield. We haven't called any command vehicles. We have these 2 points, right? There is, we spotted some BMP 1s or 2s. That's unfortunate. Ooh, didn't see them there. That's cool. Please don't hit. Nice. Alright, go X. Tell them to. Wow, got him. Good stuff. Tell them to space out. Maybe they can dodge that. They did take a hit, so we're gonna have them fall back. I mean, there's a lot over there. That's the tank force that we were looking for. So our tanks are gonna engage that. We're gonna hopefully engage in a tank fight with the enemy tanks. So we're gonna have them go out this way, and hopefully they can ambush the enemy. We kind of know where he is. We just back off there. Getting some scouting kills, right? Good scouts. Might pop a command vehicle on the side. Good stuff. We see more guys coming down the road. But remember, we want to take out that tank force. It is a kind of a larger map for one person, but this is a pretty decent deck for kind of keeping the enemy at bay a little bit. We might force his hand to attack by sending a command vehicle, and he might, as a computer, might try to we'll set up here. He might try to attack at Foxtrot, where we can give an ambush. Here we go. We're gonna try to get some pot shots in on the enemy. You can see something. Take another peek. I think he's scouting for something over here. I don't know what. Maybe the infantry, but we're gonna send some throwaway. Well, actually, send one VAB. Send one VAB to see if it can see some stuff. Yeah, I got some infantry over here. Ooh, very close. Course combat for him. Got some T-55s here. We're gonna unload. Cartel, please back up, please. Ooh. They got a large tank force coming our way. So we're gonna use our tanks to engage their tanks. Here it comes. Have them shoot scoot backwards. Our guys are fighting, man. They're getting the job done. Good job. Good job, guys. Not bad. We're going to charge him out. He's shooting at him. So, yeah, we lost the VAPs, but they're cheap. Have him back up. You're going to die. You're going to die. Shoot. They're really close. Maybe they win. Maybe they don't. Good stop. We've got 700 points of we have 700 points, I should say. So we're trading tanks for tanks. You probably shouldn't be trading so much tanks for tanks. I'm going to advance my commando marina, this infantry unit, and kind of gain ground with that. We got some T-64s over here, right? Kind of catching our fast-moving component out in the open. That's fine. We're going to... if you guys are going to die, you're going to die shooting. So let's get him out of here. These units got completely obliterated. That's not good for us. But let's see if we can call in some seed and get some air power on that. Because they're hitting it with us with Baratino. It's a lot of tanks there. Alright, good trades there. As we made their basic missiles. Wow. Got side-shotted. These tanks are doing a good job of fighting out in the open. We might be able to catch him slipping though with some helos. I'll call him back. Yeah, we lost a lot of tanks so far. And that fast-moving component. We are edging out a win, but we're gonna fight a fighting retreat, I should say, because the enemy is just using the cover of the forest to deny our range ability. He's kind of shooting and scooting between the forests. We are doing a good job, but see, like, these forests make it kind of hard for our units to use their range. So as soon as he comes out, maybe we can use our range on him. We are going to continue to harass his units from afar. Not taking us so much a direct approach. Let's see if we can't scout forward, see what they got. Might run into something there. But we will still accumulate points. I'll send somebody over here because we have penetrated pretty deeply. Don't see a lot of tanks here. A lot of infantry, so we're gonna have our infantry continue. Have them back up here. And kind of move our infantry forward. So we are gaining ground. They got a pocket of guys here. I know they got some more tanks there. I do want to back my tanks up and kind of take a more defensive position and just kind of probe where the enemy's the weakest and let them come to us where they're strong, right? Tank killing component. So this is, we got a whole world view here. We have all of these. So the more CVs that we can put on this right side, the better it will be. The Mistrals got destroyed because, again, as soon as we get kind of close to their guys, they have the ability to take the advantage. But with range, they can't really do anything. So we're moving our infantry up. I'm actually going to call more infantry up via the helos to kind of take that spot. Take the one over there. And we'll support them with, let's see, the Mistos. You guys are going to go, and you guys are going to go. Next to you, and then you come back. I don't see any enemies at Juliet. I'm going to continue to fly around to kind of catch what I can catch. But we might be able to scroll through Echo. I don't know if they have a lot of units there. But this is turning into an infantry fight here. Light vehicles. I want to prioritize the Tunguska. I know I saw one. There it is. So I need to prioritize the Tunguska. And we got these wheat vehicles over here, so they're gonna come support them. Somebody got hit with something. Got a MI-24 Hind about to get popped, son. Yes, sir. Look at that Cartel popping the MI-24 Hind. Cut off their advance here. Drop him here. You can see what they're kind of calling in. Our C's back online, so we're gonna put one here. Getting shot down here. I don't know what's getting hit, but oh, the Gazelle that was targeting the tank. So they've got some A over there. We're not gonna attack them where they're strong. We're gonna attack them where we can get an advantage. Guys are gonna come with their 40mm cannons and catch these Spetsnaz out in the open. That's a lot of tanks. They throw a lot of cheapo tanks at us. That's not bad on the computer. It makes you waste a lot of missiles. We're gonna have you guys select fire on them. Ooh, that's a tank. The guys are doing good. They've got to skirt away from that tank. Try to get away as far away as they can and have him pick up the tank. So the tank's kind of walking into an ambush there. That's kind of what we want. We want the enemy to walk into an ambush. So we're going to keep advancing our infantry. Till they can't anymore. And using our support vehicles. This is kind of more of a leap and bound, but we're going to see if our infantry can make it. And they're going to be supported. In case they run into anything. I'm going to kind of keep them advancing. They don't do anything just staying there if our troops are more forward. So they're going to get into that fight. We have 40mm cannons getting at those tanks. He's got one missile, so we're going to tell him to go back. He's almost out of gas. Well, he is pretty much out of gas. I think the game knows that I got choppers and I got recon out here. I don't know how, because there's no way they can see it unless they have recon. But with 2,000 points and a spawn over here, I think we're going to call in the tanks that will do the job to break through to the other side. Alright, so we're going to call in some very good units. Take that, some supporting Rolands, and some recon. And break through to break the back at India over here. Our infantry continues to advance, which is good. Supported by our marinas. There's some more. Some infantry over here. We see them. Yeah, our tanks haven't been really a big factor because they're fighting over here in the forest. Probably would have been better for infantry and having the tanks over here. They're lighter units, but now they have these PTZ 86, 80. They're pretty good. Our infantry ATGMs will make light work of them because they advance. Very good to them. We're gonna bring our Mephisto Vabs up here, and you're gonna support them over here. And we're gonna call in some logistics air over here. So yeah, these are probably, in my opinion, some of the best tradable units in the game. They're 35 points, but they can take out most Bane battle tanks. And he got his money's worth right there. So they have to close range. They might not be able to see them. They might be able to, but the commandos are going to be able to continue to pop them. We will continue to advance. We have to pause intermediately because the what's it called? The Mistrals are so slow. Everyone else moving fast. Look at this. Alright, so they got a chopper here. We've got a Crotel here. So we're going to support our units. Maybe the Mistrals. Where are you at? Mistrals? Can you pop them, please? So we're taking some damage. Our amazing dogfighters are out of rockets. More micro. It is a lot for one player, but we're trying to make it happen. Ooh. I'm gonna give them. Trying to catch them. So here's our main force. Have them run them up to our logistics. What you guys got? What do you guys got? Let's see where the enemy's at. If they got any heavy duty stuff out here. Good job, Mistral. Some bucks. I'll pop that. We lost 1 point. We got something for 85 points. That's a good trade. Logistics, that's what we need. Boom, boom. These Vabs are back in the fight, so they can go up there and do their stuff. I need you guys to actually land. That'd be nice. There's some T-64s hanging out. We got eyes on them. Our infantry is prepared for that. We got the Milans coming. These guys are going to support them here. As their tanks come, we're going to activate our tanks. Because now they've reacted and they're not just sitting there waiting for us to clear out. Actually getting a couple of pot shots on them. I'm going to move a little bit. So we'll have them, the infantry absorb some of the tank. Their BMP-2 knows we're coming. So that's, you know, the enemy knows we're maneuvering. Popping these tanks. Tanks coming in doing their stuff. Try to cut us off with their own tanks. This is smart. The computer is not mute to the point that we're, you know, trying to take them out. Land, please. So you can't fuel my guys. So we got those tanks that were stopping us. Getting those Tunguskas that have been shooting our guys. That's good. Very nice. We lost a tank. It happens, boys and girls. You know where they are, but they still got to perform. So we won that. That tank force has been a combination of our infantry softening up and making the troops commit. You guys are almost out of gas, so that's not good. We'll back you up a little bit. Kind of protect you from choppers a little bit. All right. So our big push, right? We don't have enough infantry to really make the difference, but we do have enough to go beeline in there. And we'll tell our infantry to go ahead and start moving that direction with their... We're going in hot. Our Mephistos, they are kind of... they have some. We're going to bypass this. Kind of maybe we can draw them to the left a little bit. Or take them out completely. But it'd be nice if we could. Draw them away from our main attack. So we're gonna see if they can do the stuff. Let's see if they can. See if they can do the stuff. I'm very interested. We are making good headway. We are pushing on most fronts. That goes out here. Good supported units. I remember his job is to kind of draw the enemy out. Find out where his units are hiding. He's out of missiles. So that's a problem because we got a broken leg in our triangle. We're gonna make this a refueling, a forward fob. I'll drop some units there. You guys keep going. Supported by the tanks in good order. So we're gonna leapfrog command vehicles. When I mean leapfrog, we're gonna call that one in. And we have made enough ground to call them in there. Ooh. Commando Marinas are going to take that. So we're slowly clearing it out. So this entire, our right, their left has been completely cleared out. And all they have left is the in Juliet. These are supported, so we're going to advance our ATGM units forward. They have plenty of missiles, accompanied by Commando Marina. So as you can see, if there were two players here, these tanks would have been moving probably to the forest or whatever. It wouldn't have been that like micro lapse. We're gonna do this. Boom, boom. Right. It wouldn't have been that micro lapse, I should say. So, and there'd be a lot more action. This is a longer game, but this is a very wide map. So we're gonna probe the enemy to see what they have. Oh, there's the hot out of it. See if you can do his stuff. Get an MI-24V. buck right there, chilling. So there's not a lot here to either. Let's see if we can hunt down that buck. What is this? No tanks. This 40mm is amazing. The ground units don't have a lot of AA, except for like the Mistrals, who's doing a good job. Boom. Whatever that was, it was 95 points. Probably their last command vehicle. All right, so rough game, not too bad. 6,370 points. We did good. We did take a lot of tank losses in the forest. That just goes to showcase that just because you have a good and balanced deck, where you use that part of the deck is very crucial. We were fighting in the forest with tanks, and they had tanks. So our advantage of being able to shoot and maneuver was hindered by the vision of the tanks. And if we scroll down to the losses, because that's where the lessons are, most of it was their tanks popping our tanks and lighter vehicles that will lose. So at close range fight, you know, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. But this in the open field can be avoided, especially the Mephistos, these tanks. The Vamps, they can get popped. But yeah, the long range missile units, maybe the T-80s get a pass because they got missiles, but the T-64 BVs, there's no way they should be popping Mephisto. And the Leclercs should be popping T-64s all day. They're 90-point tanks, and these are, I think, 53-point tanks, something like that. So this is a very bad trade. But all in all, I'd say it was a good game. We pushed the enemy back on both fronts, and it took about 28 minutes. So, guys, this is your boy, Desert Fox. Thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have been liking the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're signing off, but encouraging you always to don't forget to get in the Vanguard. All right, guys. Have a good day and goodbye.